Get to our good friend, one of our friends who made it a great year. We're the only radio show with an in-house psychotherapist. Jill Payne is a certified licensed professional counselor. She's a certified relationship specialist. She's a member of the American Physiotherapy Association, which I think is American I don't know, Physiotherapy.
It's whatever you want it to be.
That's a psychotherapist. What do you think it is, Sam? She joins us via Skype looking beautiful in purple. Hello, Jill. How are you?
Good morning, Sam. How are you doing?
Great. I'm in a great mood.
I wanted to brag real quick on my college, Longwood College, with the debate. I got my alumni little packet saying how wonderful it was with all those pictures of our vice president to be. So that was pretty cool. And then I'm going to be on TV again talking about disgust and how that motivates you and how that motivated Trump probably to become president on Sunday on CW 39.
Good.
On Sunday and Tuesday.
You're like on fire. Well, good to see you getting out there, and I know you're doing CW, and I know that's Newsfix, and you've done Newsmax.
Yes,
so
that was exciting.
Newsmax, so you're getting out there, and people are seeing Jill Payne, psychotherapist, friend of our show.
Yeah. And I wanted to today to discuss how come the Democrats and the Never Trumpers and the media are acting the way they're acting. I wanted to explain it so maybe they'll understand too and be able to move on.
You know what? So I just read an article, speaking of moving on.
Yes.
30 minutes ago. There's a washed-up actress, comedian named Chelsea Handler. She's not on TV anymore. She's not popular anymore. And she's they're still moaning. They can't get over it. And the first line said 4 weeks ago, Americans went to the polls. It's like, would you get over it?
Right.
It was, who starts stories with the line, 4 weeks ago there was an election? Why don't they get over it, Jill?
Right. Okay. It's more than those stages of grief. What's happened is Seligman, who was a psychologist, he found out that you can learn to be helpless. And so what's happening, I'll give you an example of how you can learn. If you keep on going to a job interview and you don't get that job, you continue to not get an engineer job, you just fail, then you become helpless. And then you have a victim mentality. And so what's happening here is you have, and you said it, you said the victory tour, you used Rocky. I was going to use Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali had very fast footwork and he was very difficult to get. And so I see him not so much as Rocky, even though Rocky was successful, more as he has this fancy footwork and people can't really place where he's going. Even with his cabinet, I can see where he's going. Other people don't get it.
Right.
They just go, a general, a CEO, what's that? They don't get the big picture. And so because of that, starting when before he became president-elect, you had them doing the WikiLeaks, saying how that was not fake news, but not good. And they would put punches at Trump and he would come back at something else. And because of that, Trump would be the winner and then they would be the loser.
But okay, but Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so they've thrown, like, if you want to do like Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
And pretty.
And they were throwing all these things at Trump and nothing sticking, like Steve Bannon, anti-Semite. You can't have Jeff Sessions, racist. You can't have Tillerson. Right. You can't have whatever. And nothing sticking. But it was still, they won in 2008 and they won in 2012. Why can't they get over it? They've had all those years of victory. Why can't they get over it?
That's then. People don't live in the past. They're living right now. This is all their mental. Their mentality at this moment is victim mentality. And the reason it's victim mentality is because they've been defeated. They expected to win. Yeah. Even the news, everything. A lot of Republicans expected them to win. So here, this was a big loss, and that was the beginning of the end. So now they feel helpless, and they're trying all these things such as fake news, doing a recount, talking about the call from Taiwan, this Russian hacking. They're blaming. They will not accept a responsibility for their continued failed policies. They're not accepting responsibility for them having trouble to relate with the people, where Trump, that's what he did. I think you had a little clip about him, how he saw what the people were wanting.
Right.
And so the Democrats have missed that. And so what they need to do is they need to get unstuck. They need to do some constructive action and really start helping with what is going on instead of fighting it.
Well,
and
yeah.
until then, I believe, this is another prediction, that because Trump is so unpredictable, that they are going to be in this helplessness state the entire time Trump is in.
Aww. Aww, no.
It'll give us something to talk about.
No.
Oh, and I wanted to read a quote of the hypocrisy.
Okay.
In the New York Times on October 18th, there was an editorial, and it said, "Top Republicans must reject the ridiculous notion that a national election can be rigged." That was in the New York Times.
Nah. We used to say in Philly, face.
So what do you think? What do you think of
You're being-
what I'm talking about?
I think it's great. Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist. I like that part about they set themselves up and they train themselves to be helpless and they train themselves to be weak by experiencing failure and over again. Now,
right. It can happen to anybody, Sam.
Yeah, but real Americans like Thomas Edison, how many tries did he take at the bulb?
It was supposed to be 1,000.
1,000 times, and he put like hair in there. He sucked out the oxygen. So a real American goes, "Hey, wait a minute, this isn't working. Let me tweak." Liberals are like, "It's not working. It's somebody else's fault."
So it's the mindset, because on Edison, he said that I didn't make mistakes. Those were just 1,000 steps to get to where I was going.
Very good.
So it's a mindset. And so what they're going to need to do is they're going to need to change their mindset.
I read where Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, who I'm often mistaken for in restaurants, when he missed a shot after the game, he would go back to that point and shoot like 100 times. And so everyone else left. They were chasing skirt and buying gold medallions with diamonds and Bentleys. And Michael Jordan went back to the gym to the court after the game and would just 100 plus times just try that shot from the left side, wherever it was, 3-point shot, fouling, whatever. And that's the difference. And that Edison Jordan mentality doesn't exist among the alt left, and it doesn't exist among liberals.
Not at this time.
Yeah, our in-house psychotherapist, Jill Payne. All right, so when are we going to see you on Newsmax? I mean, on Newsfix?
Newsfix is Sunday evening and then also Tuesday evening.
Good, we'll look for you there.
And one of the things that we talked about is it was about disgust, but they did ask me a question about Trump. People were very disgusted with Trump. Of course, they were disgusted with Hillary also. And so what this caused is some people not to vote. So the people that were disgusted with Hillary, a lot of those people didn't vote. And the people that were disgusted with Trump caused all these other people, because disgust is an emotion. It's very powerful. And so it motivated all these people that normally wouldn't vote, Sam, to vote. So that's how I believe he won.
Fantastic. Jill Payne, our in-house psychotherapist. Thank you. As one of our final week of 2016. Thank you for being part of our family and doing a great job. And we look forward to our first visit with you in 2017.
Wow. Hard to believe.
I know, right? The count is blowing and going. So have a blessed Christmas with the family, and I'll talk to you at the beginning of the new year.
Sounds good, Sam.
Thank you, Jill. Jill Payne joining us via Skype, our in-house psychotherapist. Back in a second.